Hi guys, my name's Debbie. Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be showing you some Makeup Addiction Cosmetics products in this one. I've got the highlighter palette, which is called the Holy Glow Fantasy, so this one here. And I've also got the eyeshadow palette that's called the Meadow palette. And the reason I picked these up was predominantly the packaging, if I'm honest, because I saw this packaging and I was like, it's just so beautiful, and I'm really into the packaging as much as the product really, because I love to collect things. So for this one in particular, well, both of them really, I saw them in the sales section on Beauty Bay, and I'm trying to keep the cost down of what I'm buying this month because I had a massive haul in April. I'll link that up in the cards if you want to see, but I was a very naughty girl, so I'm trying to be a lot better this month with my purchases, but it's still nice to get a few new things to show for you guys as well. So this isn't a new indie brand. I believe they launched in 2012 and they are UK based, and so far I don't know that much about them. I've not seen many people use their products, so I'm sure they've got a following out there though, because when I've gone on their Instagram they've got a lot of followers there. They just hadn't come to my attention, so I thought maybe they hadn't come to yours as well, that you might be interested to see the products, particularly as they are still on sale on Beauty Bay. So if you can get Beauty Bay to your country or you're UK based, I think they're pretty much of a bargain. So I got both of these items, so the palette and the highlighter palette, for £30, with free shipping as well from Beauty Bay, because in the UK if you're over a certain threshold you'll get it free. I'm not so sure about other countries, obviously that's where I'm based, but if you look, I'll take you through the shades and you'll see why I wanted to pick it up. So this is the highlighter palette, so really bright shades in there. I mean, I'm not going to use those as highlights more than likely, or that's what I thought when I first opened it. As I say, I've not seen anyone else swatching it out or covering it or anything, so I didn't know anything about it. I just took a chance on it because I just saw it, and I thought when I first saw this, there's no way you'll be able to wear these as highlighters, but they do sheer out, but they're probably more for like a unicorn vibe, a festival vibe, than for your everyday. But I think they'll work great as eyeshadow toppers or even as a shimmer shade with eye looks, and I think they'll pair really well with the Meadow palette when you see that. And the pink shade here, swatch that one out actually so I can show you, and I'm just hoping that will come out as pigmented as it actually is, but that is super pink, and I think probably a bit too pink to wear as a highlight. It's more of a blush than it is a highlight. It's got a shift in it that's kind of a blue colour. Excited to play with that. And then I also picked up, as I say, the Meadow palette. They do have some other eyeshadow palettes on their own website as well, but this is the only one that Beauty Bay have currently got in stock. And this has got 3 mattes in it, so the dark blue at the bottom there, the sort of orangey red, and the transition kind of caramel colour there, they're all matte. The rest are shimmers. Just thought the colour story was really unusual, and haven't tried the brand, and I just love to support indie brands, and particularly UK indie brands, so just wanted to give them a go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a play with these products. I have no idea in mind of what I'm going to do really. I just want to not really stress out about how the look comes out or anything like that. It's just more about just having a play. You guys can see then how they come out and kind of get a feel for whether you think either of the items are for you, but also it's just really for me to have a bit of fun and just see whether I like them really. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to start just applying them on my eyes and having a bit of a chit chat with you while I do it. Alright, so I've scooched in a little bit so you can see a bit more close up what I'm going to do. So say it's not really a tutorial as such, I'm just going to apply them and just sort of see how I like them really. So I thought I'd go in, the colour that appeals to me, I think the most in this palette, is this orangey fiery red here, so I'm going to go in with that one first. I've already primed my eyes with the MAC Paisley paint pot as I normally do. So I'm just going to go straight in with that shade into my crease area and see how that lays down. Give me an idea what the matte formula is like as well. I think that's a beautiful colour and it's laying down really nicely. I'm just going to focus that in the outer corner, I think, of it, the outer V. And about halfway into my crease. I've got quite a lot of red eyeshadows and orange eyeshadows. I don't know, do you guys like those sort of shades? I know greens and blues are really popular at the moment, but I'm always on the lookout for an orange or a red, something that's quite fiery. I'm not really over the warm eyeshadow trend. I don't think I'll ever be there. My favourite sort of colours that I would gravitate towards, that I know what to do with. I can just do a look really easily, whereas if I wear blues and greens, I love them, but I've got to really think about it. Well, that's gone on super nice. I'll just see if I can go in a little bit closer. Maybe you can see it's not patchy at all. It's laying down. I mean, considering these are the bargainers price that they were, I don't know what they were supposed to have been full price actually, but I think they had about 30% off, something like that. And I'm delighted for what I paid for it, because this is performing better than some of the high-end ones that I've paid double or treble for. So it's blending out really well, and I've not put anything for it to blend into really, so that's always good. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye, and while I do that, just have a chat with you guys really. So what are you guys up to this weekend? So today is a Saturday. I've done the food shopping, and then this whole weekend I'm going to really be trying to get some filming done for my channel. That's the only time I really get to do it, is the weekend. I have been trying to do a bit of filming before I go to work in the morning, but I have to get on the road by 7 AM, so sometimes I'm getting up at 4:30, 5 to do my looks, and I think sometimes I could do with a bit more sleep than that. So I'm trying to work out how I can fit in everything and get enough content up at the moment. But I thought this weekend I've got nothing else planned. It's a beautiful day outside actually, it's lovely and sunny, but it's quite chilly, so I thought I'll just make the most of having no real plans and just do some makeup, just have some fun with it, and use some of these products that I buy and I just never get the chance to use. So do you guys like indie makeup like I like it? Are you interested in the sort of brands that I'm showing you? I've got high-end stuff as well. I've just been really focusing on my indie collection just lately, but I do have stuff by lots of different brands, so not the ultra luxe end of the market like your Natasha Denona's and Pat McGrath, but I have, yeah, I don't know, mid-range priced makeup as well as indie makeup. But I just really like indie makeup brands particularly because they're doing something a bit different. Like, this is an unusual colour story I think that's in this palette, and it's so well named, the Meadow palette. You can just sort of imagine the colours tying in with the theme so well. I've got my eye on some other indie brands as well. Kaleidos Cosmetics, Kaleidos, not entirely sure how you say it. I don't know if you watch the same sort of channels that I do. If you do, they're everywhere at the moment. These 3 palettes that they've brought out, and they're in this beautiful spacey packaging. They're slim palettes, absolutely beautiful, and I'm trying so hard not to buy any more makeup from America because it's costing me a lot to get it here first of all, and then you know, you just don't know if you're going to be paying for customs or not, so I'm trying really hard to just stick to Beauty Bay and the stuff that I can easily get hold of. But it seems like at the moment all the things I want are coming from America. Right, so I've laid that down. I think I want to blend it out a little bit, so I'm going to use that shade to do it. was going to film this as a get ready with me, and then I'd put my foundation on by the time I thought of doing that. So I might film that tomorrow, a complete get ready with me kind of video, and perhaps go a bit more in depth about why I started my channel. So if you guys would be interested in that, comment down below. I don't know if it interests people that are not YouTubers themselves to watch that, but before I started my channel I really wanted to watch a lot of those sort of videos and find out what inspired people to start and whatever. So I might save that for a get ready with me while I'm doing all of my makeup, my base and everything. So I normally always start these videos with most of it done and then just focus on eyeshadow. Right, so I'm liking that. I think that looks really pretty so far. Obviously I'm taking my time with it because I'm not really rushing, I'm just doing what I do. So I don't want to make this a deep look, so I'm not going to go in with the blue today. I think I'll save that for another time. I'm looking down at the palette and I'm like, what do I want to do? I don't want to do a cut crease, I just want to keep things simple really. Right, I think I'm going to go in with that greeny shade there, that one. I think I'm going to try that. Alright, I'm going to go in dry with this first and see. Wow. Don't even think that needs to be sprayed, but I will spray it to see what difference it makes, but that's gone on really, really nice. I know you can get a lot more impact from shimmers when you use your fingers to apply them, but I just don't really enjoy doing it like that. I don't think I can get the precision I want when I do that, and I just don't really like sticking my fingers into my makeup particularly. I've said that before when I've been talking about doing swatches. I'm liking that. I'm going to try spraying it. I don't think it's made a huge amount of difference. So they go on really lovely, and there's not really been any fallout either. So that's really good. I love that shade of green. I thought I'd got every shade of green there was, but that's a bit unusual. I'm not doing anything special with it at the moment. I'm just packing it on just to get a feel for how the shadows perform. Okay, I've taken that a little bit into my crease actually. And it's blending okay with that orangey shade. And having said I wasn't going to make this a dark look, I think I'll probably put some of that blue in my crease. Just wondering what brush to do with. This brush is an interesting brush. It's like a bullet sort of top to it. It's one of the Urban Decay Pro line brushes, the Smoky Smudger E208, and I like this one a lot for precision work. It's not splayed out too much, but it's still more sort of broader at the top than a pencil brush, and it kind of has a bit of a, like it's able to sort of blend things out a little. I'm just really lightly tapping into that shade because I wasn't sure how crazy it was going to get and whether it would go everywhere. I'm really impressed. Like, I've normally, everything I've bought just recently has had fallout, and these have not had any fallout, which I can deal with fallout and you can brush it away, but it's just impressive that the shimmers didn't have any at all, even when I didn't wet the brush. Okay, I'm really liking that. So has anyone tried this brand before? Have you got any impressions on it? What do you think? Or have you tried any of their other palettes? I know they had others. as I say, and there's other highlighters as well. I think there's a Holy Glow 1 and 2 that are more like just your standard sort of golds and like peachy highlighters. And they look really nice, but I don't think I need any more of those sort of colours. I recently filmed my highlighter collection a month or so ago, and when I got all those out to have a look, I was like, no girl, you just don't need any more highlighters. Basically a highlighter is a glittery shadow and you've got a lot of them. But I'm so drawn to them. I just really love highlight. I don't know what it is about highlight, just the sparkle in it maybe. It's taken on a sort of greeny tone because I've laid it over the green, which is interesting. So I've kind of laid it over the top of that shimmer that I've taken into my crease. Don't mind that, I think that looks alright. So, what I am going to do though, which might muddy things up a little bit, but I'm going to try and take that orangey shade a little bit higher. Just be careful it doesn't end up a muddy mess. I like to go reasonably high with my shadows. I think I'm getting away with it kind of. As I say, I don't think this is going to be perfect because sometimes when I'm first playing with a palette or with a colour scheme, I've got to work out how the shades blend together and what they're going to do. And I think sometimes when I've made videos, and obviously I'm new to doing this, I'm trying to make them perfect for you guys, that you can sort of see this is how to do it to get the best look. But I bet everybody's the same. When you get a new palette, you don't know how to use it, you don't know what the formula is going to be, you don't know if it's going to blend or exactly what the colours are going to look like once they're on your eyes. So I think maybe it might be good to just keep it real and show you the whole process really. So this brush here is the Crown Precision Crease Brush, the C461. They seem to have a lot of brushes, Crown. Got this at a beauty event. I wish I'd bought more of their brushes, they're really good. But I'm going to go for that pink shade, and I'm going to put that into my inner corners a bit there. Which is a strange colour combo, but I kind of like it. Makeup style is basically try something, if I don't like it I just won't do that again, and it washes off. And sometimes that's how I've found some of the colour combos that I've enjoyed the most, is by doing that. Like the colours that you would never put together and you wouldn't think will work. And sometimes they don't. And then I have to wear them to work because I do them in the morning before work. But if you don't take a risk and you don't have a go, then you're going to always be doing the same look, and I would just be so bored doing that. The thing I'm loving this lately is wrapping my shimmer shade that I use in my kind of inner corner area right around my tear duct, and then layering something shimmery over the top of that. Another thing I do quite a lot is use a brush with no additional product, just to do a bit of blending but not change the colour too much. Yeah, that's what we've got right now. I'm just going to hop off camera and put some pencil in my waterline. I don't know how people manage to film that and be looking down, because I have to look down to do it and then you can't see what I'm doing anyway. So I'm just going to do that off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, I've done that. The pencil I've used is Post Punk by Urban Decay. It's part of the Jean-Michel Basquiat collection, which I've got the 2 eyeshadow palettes and the face palette from that, and I've got 2 of the pencils, and I never use this yellowy lime one, but it's actually really nice, so might have to use that more often. I tend to go for darker, more grungier sort of tones in my waterline, but I think now spring's here and this palette sort of screams spring a little bit to me. I thought it'd be nice to brighten things up a little bit. I think what I'm going to do for lower lash line is take that dark blue colour and run that under my lower lash line as a bit of a base, and then I'm going to layer a shimmer on it. That's the plan anyway. Such an interesting colour, it's like a tealy navy colour. And then this brush, also by Urban Decay, is a lip liner brush, and it's one of my favourites for my lower lash line. I've talked about this one before. And I think what I'm going to do is layer the green out of this one, which I think is a bit more sheerer, which is why I wanted to put something underneath, but I think it will be really pretty. I'm going to spray that simply because I don't like getting shadow in my eye, and I often do on my lower lash line. Right, my SD card died, so I had to go and replace that. I've figured out how to film in HD, I think, so the files are a bit bigger than I was expecting, and it filled the card up. This is all such a learning curve, guys, but I'm getting there. So I've taken the opportunity to do my mascara off camera, so you don't have to suffer me doing that. It takes me ages and it's a bit boring to watch. So I've done that, and I'm going to have a go at highlighting with one of the shades out of the Holy Glow palette, and hope I don't ruin the look too much. I think, because I've got quite a lot going on the eyes, I was going to use the pink, and then I thought it might look a bit crazy, so I'm going to go just with the goldy one. And I'm going to go in with a really light hand with that, and I've got a synthetic brush, so the FO3 High Cheekbone Highlighter from Sigma. Hopefully then it won't pick up too much product. And we'll just see how that looks. Yeah, that works fine actually. It's darker than I would probably wear for my skin tone, if I'm honest. And I'm only very, very lightly tapping in it. You could get a really intense highlight with these highlighters. That's really, really glowy. That would look super pretty on someone with a deeper skin tone than mine. I don't mind using ones that don't really match my skin tone too much. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not exactly wearing neutral makeup in the first place and trying to get it to blend in, so I don't mind. But no, I think that looks really pretty. It's a nice formula. Okay, so then there's just lips to do. And I recently bought all the neutral shades that Anastasia do. I bought both the light nudes and the dark nudes bundles, and this is one of the shades out of the dark nude bundle. I thought this might go nice, it might pick up like the more reddy shade in my eyeshadow there. So this one's called Cider. So I thought it sounds like apples, you know, you'd find them in the meadow, you know, kind of goes with the meadow vibe that we've got going on. Okay, I love a darker lip, and I really like that shade. I'm the worst at applying liquid lipstick though, so it's not particularly straight, but it doesn't look too bad, I don't think. So overall I'm really, really impressed with both the palette and the highlighters. Will I wear them as highlighters? Absolutely not. I mean, I've got 1,000,001 highlighters that probably suit my skin tone better than this, and that probably would suit the look better than this, to be honest. I just wanted to try it out as a highlighter. I bought them as eyeshadows and eyeshadow toppers, and that's what I'm going to use them for. And I'm really excited to play with the purple shade that's in there actually, which I haven't touched at all, and pair that with something else. Maybe a completely different colour scheme from another palette, because I tend to restrict myself as well to using all one brand things together. And I really want to start mixing things up on my channel and maybe using, you know, one shadow out of one brand and one out of another and mixing things up a bit. And maybe you guys won't have all the palettes, but it's not so much about which brand or which palette it's from so much as the colours that you're using. So you can use whatever you like to recreate things. You don't have to buy these palettes or any others that I'll show you. So just remember that, you know, it's so easy to get carried away with buying all the latest things. I'm the worst example of that, so don't follow my example at all and buy everything and anything, because that's what I do, because I love makeup so much. But you can make exactly the same looks. I've probably had similar shades to this, but probably not all in one palette in my collection already. So if you wanted to create something similar, I'm sure you've got things that you could use to do it. So I want to start pulling in different things and seeing what I can create and not limiting myself quite so much to one. But I hope you guys won't mind seeing that. If you do really object to that, obviously let me know, because I want to make this channel something that the people that are watching it are enjoying. So you guys are why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I love makeup, but I'm doing it to share what I've got, but to inspire you guys as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed seeing me put some makeup on my eyes in a bit more sort of relaxed, chatty kind of way. If you have, then it'd be lovely to know if you like this format. If you want to go back to a bit more snappy kind of stuff, like, you know, the voiceover tutorials that I have been doing, also let me know. But hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hope you're having a really nice weekend, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!